fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the race and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. Some don't know the effects they have on others when everything that we do affects our younger brothers and sisters. To me it seems that the facts have missed us. Who will be there to reach down to hug and kiss us? Frankly, the current state that we're in needs to be discussed. Self-respect is a must. We need to tone down the lust, avoiding the fact that it provides a pleasant rush. But who in this world can you trust? The answer to that is yourself. Don't take what that man says off the bat. Pick that book up off the shelf. That don't mean not to trust. That means to take what he said, think about it, and then come back and discuss. Let's change the world. 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 Let's just unite. Let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change 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 the world. Let's just unite. Let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. Change up the world for the boys and the girls, because if we don't change it up, we're gonna make it in this world. We need to focus on the present and think less about the past, cause if we keep it up like this, then that's gonna be our fucking day. You gotta know just where you're coming from to get where you're going, so get on your search for knowledge, cause there's power in knowing. We need to pick up more books and read them cover to cover, and have you get the information, pass it to your brother, spread it to the whole world. If you know it ain't fair, you'll be surprised the difference in this world. And one thing can make us good and bad in everybody, but you gotta bounce it out. And if we all found that we change the world, no doubt. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's... All right, so somebody done paid the fee. Somebody paid the fee. Damn, that's crazy. Damn, it's crazy. I just seen it's back. Hold up. Yeah, it's back. Sorry for the misinformation. I heard temporary so people could get their data and stuff. Nah, facts. No misinformation over here. I didn't know they reinstated it. They just did that like 30 minutes ago, because right before I got dressed and everything, that shit was still banned. But on the thing just now, I said thank you to Donald Trump. So, man, Donald Trump and them boys are pulling a lot of rabbits out the hat, man. Donald Trump and them are pulling a lot of rabbits out the hat with this, with a lot of shit going on. I was just looking on the news. They releasing them hostages, man. So salute to that Donald Trump effect, man. Like I said yesterday, that Donald Trump effect is real, man. You know, Donald Trump is damn making a lot of shit shake already. He ain't even in office yet, and he's already making changes and making things shake. So salute to Donald Trump for that Donald Trump effect, man. Damn, that boy ain't playing. They said it was gonna be billions of dollars for them to so somebody paid that fee, man. Let's just say that. Somebody paid that $1 billion fee. Somebody paid the fee, man. Salute to all the big people who make shit happen now. I'm not a TikToker. I don't really, I'm not really too big on TikTok. But what I know is TikTok has a lot of great information for a lot of people, man. You could share and pass a lot of great information on there, man. So, hey, I'm glad they did that, I'm glad they did that, because I woke up. My daughter told me last night around 11:50 that she couldn't get on, and then I checked around 2 o'clock in the morning, couldn't get on. Then I woke up this morning, it was the same thing. So I wasn't trying to clout chase or make no misinformation. I was just going off of
me seeing it not on there, you know? So yes, facts. It is definitely back. Pay that Chinese man. Yeah, somebody had to pay. Somebody had to pay. Yeah, no, I ain't gonna cap. I'm not a misinformation guy, but they did just do that. They just did that. So somebody paid that fee this morning, man. So salute to whoever paid the fee. But at the end of the day, these social media apps we can't allow these social media apps to run our lives like that, you know? Like with me, everybody knows, all y'all people who watch my channel, and thank you for all the people who do watch my channel, because I definitely appreciate y'all for, you know, taking time out and listening to what I got to say, you know? So I do appreciate everybody who watches my channel, but these social media apps cannot run our lives, y'all. We can't let these social media apps run our lives. Because literally and seriously, people have been crying. I have seen videos of girls talking about they're going to sell their house, and they're going to sell their cars. They don't know what they're going to do, this and that. Like, I seen it. Yesterday, I seen a few videos of people saying they don't know what they're going to do, and they're going to sell their car and all this stuff. They're going to sell their house. They're going to, you know, do everything they can to downsize, because without TikTok, some people they ain't going to make no money without TikTok. Or some people, that's how they make their money. So all of us, we need not get so comfortable by letting these apps dictate our lives and our livelihoods, you know? I know these apps, you know, I know some of these apps help pay some of our bills, or they, you know, help give us some residual income and things like that. But if you're living your life on these apps, you're not really living your life, you know? If you're living your life on these apps, you're not really living your life. It's so much things to do. Like yesterday, I did my live in the day. I was off. I did my live in the day, and I didn't get back on because I got so many things accomplished, you know? It's so much stuff that you could be doing with your life, you know? Like, for me, if I was listening to like a Big Bad A or somebody like me, I would be cleaning up while listening to a Big Bad A. I would be doing something while listening to a Big Bad A. You feel me? Like, these hour lectures I give, these could be the background information for you doing what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Oliver said, take me back to the 70s. I feel you on that, I feel you. This shit is I feel you, bro. Because it's like, now we can't even enjoy each other unless we're on these social media apps. And it does unify us. It does give us a different way to connect and stuff like that. But it's not a real connection, man. This is an internet digital connection. You know, it's not a physical connection. So I really wish, you know, life could go back to being real life, you know, because it's like where we're at now. Everybody's so dependent on this shit, you know? Everybody's so dependent on this shit. Like, and at the end of the day, you see it could be taken away from you by the push of one button. You know what I'm saying? You see it could be stopped at the push of a button. So it's not something that we should base everything on. It is toxic. It is toxic, man. A large reason why we have so much relationship problems and so many problems that, you know, people not being able to get along and stuff like that, and, you know, antisocial people and stuff, is because this social media shit. A lot of this shit done made it to where even like as far as sexuality goes, when I was growing up, it wasn't no way you had no access to nothing sexual unless you was out there in the world, in the field. There was no way you could see a woman unless you was out there in the real world when I was little, when I was growing up. And that's a good thing, because it makes us all put efforts out to be a part of each other's lives. See, now when I was younger, if you had a if you had like a porno magazine or something like that, if you had like a porn magazine when I was growing up, you were the man. And let me tell you why. And I'm not saying it was good to have porn. What I'm saying is sexuality was so private, and sexuality when I was growing up was a private thing. It was a personal thing. It wasn't something that everybody just pushed upon each other and pushed out there in the world. Women weren't as promiscuous. Men weren't as promiscuous. We weren't so sexually driven. You know, we weren't running around talking about gay pride and this pride and that, because whatever you was doing was for the public. I mean, for the privacy of your house. What you was doing in your life was for you and your partner. It's not got nothing to do with everybody else. So now we've been transitioned over sexualized. Sex is everywhere now. See, like I told you, when I was little, if you had one page of a porn book, one page, because when I was little, I couldn't buy pornos. But see, when I was younger, I remember they used to have them in the gas stations. They'd have the Black Tails and the this, the that's, the big booty magazines and all that shit in the gas stations, right? You couldn't get no whole magazine when you was my age, because how the fuck you're not gonna buy it and nobody gonna sell it to you, and then you're too little. So what you do, tear a page out, and hopefully you don't tear half the booty cheek off. Or what I'm trying to tell y'all is that shit was sacred. You walk around, only your best friends would get to see the page. Come here, bro, I got something to show you. Come here. What is it? Oh, niggas going crazy. I used to charge people to see it. Only the losers. If you was a loser, I'd charge you to watch it, to look at it. Give me like 50 cents. Give me $1 and you can look at this. You ain't never seen booty before in your life. You ain't never seen boobs before in your life. And they paying. Now, there is no value. There is no shame. There is no privacy. Everything's public. Everything's public now. Now, if a 10-year-old boy, he don't get to just see a picture of a butt and a breast. Now he can go see the whole video from front to back in physical form, in visual form. He could see a porn on the internet. It destroys them, because let me tell you something. When I had my little porno page, I wasn't masturbating or running around trying to masturbate. I wasn't super even sexual back then. When I had my porn page, I just knew that it was just something special. It was something different. It was like a secret pleasure, but it was not I wasn't still overly stimulated. These young motherfuckers now, they get to see anything and everything, so they're overly stimulated. And it's not just the young, it's everybody, anybody. You get to watch you have full access to porn and terrible things that you don't need nowadays all day long. So you don't even need to talk to women and get to know them and shit no more, because there's no need for that. You can go straight to seeing boobs and booty and splack yourself, and then you'll feel like you're satisfied even though you're not. But this is what they did to us. We allowed them, our parents allowed them to brainwash us. Our parents allowed them to brainwash us. I'm going to put it on the parents, because I don't allow my children to do this shit that's going on. And guess what? They're not suffering from it. A lot of things that a lot of children are suffering from, my children don't suffer from, because I don't allow it in my house. And not only do I not allow it, I explain the reason and show them, I'll present it to you and show you why this is wrong. I'm not going to tell you, hey, don't go over there. Hey, don't touch fire, it's hot. Don't touch fire, it's hot. I'm not one of them dumbass parents. Do as I say and not as I do. Not one of them niggas. Not one of them niggas. Do as I say and not as I do. Dumbass losers, because your child is naturally going to do as you do and not as you say. You say too much, their memory can't even comprehend some of the stuff you're teaching them, because words and thoughts sometimes are too complicated for a young person. But what you do is what they're definitely going to take in and remember. People are so dumb that they have allowed this shit to destroy them. People are destroyed by this shit. Let me see. Nadia said, they so wanted us to have access to all of what the world offers, yet not understanding who is the prince of this world. And deeper than that, on top of that too, not understanding that this world is running by, are you talking about the prince of this world, Satan? Because, yeah, I think that's what you're talking about. Either way, or our parents. Facts. Our parents failed. A lot of our parents failed us. They just keep that shit a buck. A lot of our parents failed us. Like total failure. Because they just threw us to the wolves. Most of our parents just threw us to society and threw us out in the wolves. And most of our parents, I'm not going to talk about mine. I'm talking about most parents in America failed their children because they threw them in society and had nothing to teach them on their own. So if you threw your child in society and had nothing to teach them for yourself, essentially what you did is allow the world to raise them. And anything and everything that they are is not your fault. It's not your you had nothing to do with what they are. So who has children? What kind of adult has children and bring them into this world to not teach them or not have anything to teach them or show them? Who does that? Who does that? Who brings a child into this world and don't have nothing to teach them, show them, or give them? Who does that? Oh, are you just out here? You just out here having sex, huh? Oh, you having sex because it feels good, huh? So your mom and daddy and all these people was just having sex because it felt good, huh? Is that why we have such a broken nation of people? Because our parents didn't do nothing but seek pleasure? Like a crackhead. A crackhead seeks pleasure. A crackhead seeks pleasure. Crackheads run around seeking pleasure. Dopeheads run around seeking dopamine. An alcoholic is running around seeking alcohol, trying to get drunk. But what do they really have to provide? What lessons do they have to teach? Are they doing things for the righteous reason, or are they doing things for a selfish reason? See, I understand the world. People like me, I understand the world for what it is. And I'm not in delusion about this shit. It's a lot of people who are in delusion about this shit. I'm not a perfect parent, but I'm a wonderful, wonderful parent. I'm not a perfect father, but I am a magnificent father. Thank you. Oh, appreciate you, my brother, for that donation. Thank you, brother. But yeah, I'm not a perfect father, but I work my ass off to be not a bum ass regular father. I'll do anything to not be regular. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't seek normalcy in my life. Matter of fact, I can't be normal even if I tried. Sometimes when I try to, I call it blend in, I don't blend in. I'm a standout type of guy. And you have to see, this is why you have to do your self-work, and you have to do your this is why you have to do your self-work and build yourself up, because once you really understand what this world is, then you can understand what you're supposed to do in this world. Once you understand who you are and shit, like, you gotta do your work. You gotta do your work, man. You got to dig deep in yourself. You got to look yourself in the mirror. You got to look yourself in the eyes. You got to stop listening to so much music. You got to stop, inundating yourself with the negative propaganda or propaganda in general. It takes a lot of hard work to do what I do. And I ain't talking about this YouTube shit. I'm talking about in life, to take care of everything I got to do and all this and that. It takes a lot of hard work. But hey, y'all, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and thank y'all so much. TikTok's back on deck, so somebody paid the fee. You know, no misinformation over here. TikTok's back on deck, but this social media stuff is really not for us. You know, if you could use it to help somebody like people like me do it for that. But if not, you're kind of wasting your time, because, you know, you're really just in the sea of millions of people doing a bunch of nothing. You got to try to stand out, you know, because a lot of people are on the internet doing nothing. You got to try to stand out. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. God bless y'all, man. Have a wonderful day. Be smart, be safe. The inauguration's tomorrow. I'm gonna be going live about that. So salute to Donald Trump for winning that. And it is what it is, man. Things are already changing, man. It said on the TikTok app. So all y'all TikTokers, you better give Donald Trump some credit. It just said Donald Trump administration reinstated that shit. So Trump or somebody around him done bought that TikTok. So TikTok's, I don't know if they bought it or they bought the right to use. I don't know what happened, but somebody did something. Somebody did something. So yeah, appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's your big homie, Big Bad, man. Love y'all.